Hi, Ken Boyer from Garage Gurus Heavy Duty. Today I want to talk about the proper way to test a Group 31 battery. Now this battery here was originally tested bad. It failed to test. So what I want to do is run through the sequence of making sure that I tested this battery correctly, and at the end I think we'll find out whether it's either good or bad. So the first thing I want to do, and the first thing that's commonly done, is perhaps the technician will take the clamps, he'll put it onto the studs, directly onto the studs. He's going to go ahead and grab his meter and he'll set it up. He'll put the criteria in for the battery. He's going to put in the cold cranking amps, ambient temperature, put everything in that needs to be done to make that happen. And then I'm going to run the test. So keep in mind I've got my clamps right on the studs. Now this battery, although it shows 12.5 volts, it is 1,000 cold cranking amps. And although it shows 12.5 volts, I am getting a reading of the cold cranking amps are about 530. So it failed the test because I don't have the proper connection. I can print that off and show you what that looks like. But it's common to get a failed test or a failed battery to show up as a failed battery simply because I've got the clamps directly onto the studs. So what I want to make sure that I do is I'm going to go ahead and remove the tool again. The first thing, or one of the things I need to do, is to make sure to scrub down and clean up the terminals. I'm going to clean the bases up, make sure they're clean, and I'm going to use post adapters. So I'm going to clean the bottom of the post adapters and go ahead and put them on. I'm going to snug them down. And I'm going to run the test again because I'm going to go, of course, negative to negative, positive to positive. But now instead of having the clamp on the stud, which you don't get good connectivity, now I'm going to get the best connectivity I can because I'm going right onto my stud adapter, my post adapters. So I'm going to go ahead and run the test again. I'll put all the criteria. If it didn't stay in there, I'll put the criteria back in. So I'll run my cold cranking amps back up. I'm running the test. And it comes up that says that the battery is good. And I figured it would be. I'll go ahead and print that off. I'm showing 12.5 volts. And I'm showing about 850 cold cranking amps, which is in the threshold of the battery to pass the test. So it did pass the test. I am showing that it does have the cold cranking amps necessary, and the reason that is because I had the proper equipment, the post adapters, to get the best reading I can with the meter. Now if you don't have, say for instance you don't have the post adapters, one of the things that you can do is to go ahead and put the clamp on the base of the battery stud. So you open the clamp up and you can get it on, and once you're on the base, that's the best you can get. So like I said, if you don't have the post adapter, that's what you can do at least to get the best connection that you can. So you can go ahead and run the test that way. But this is the proper way to do it. You need post adapters to do the test correctly. You can see the results, what happens when you don't, if you connect it like this and you don't get good connectivity. So either go here, go with the adapter, and that'll make the test work. And for more tech tips like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.